Good morning, first grade friends. My name is Mrs. Potts and I'm a certified teacher in Tennessee. Thanks for joining me today as we talk about math. I am going to show you some dots and your job is to tell me how many dots you see. Are you ready? Great, let's get started. How many dots do you see in this image? DJ, you said 4. I'm hearing 4 from Shane. Rachel says 4. DJ, how did you see your dots? DJ said he sees 2 dots here and 2 dots here, which make 4 dots in all. That's right. Rachel, how did you see your dots? Oh, that's right, Rachel. This does look like a dice. And you know there are 4 dots there. That was fun. Let's try some more. How many dots do you see? Laura, you saw 6? Rin saw 6. Shane? Oh, you saw 6 as well. Did anybody see another number besides 6? No? All right. DJ, how did you see your dots? Oh, DJ said he saw a group of 6 dots because it looked like a dice to him too. Laura, how did you see your dots? Laura saw 3 dots on the top and 3 dots on the bottom, and that makes 6. True. Did anybody see these dots in a different way? Redden saw a group of 2 dots, another group of 2 dots, and another group of 2 dots. Redden, how did you count those? You counted by 2? So did you say 2, 4, 6 to get 6 dots? Yes, you can do that. We ready for another set of dots? Let's go. 2. Everybody said 2 at the same time. How did you know there were 2 dots there, Donna? Yes, it does look like a dice. I know you've seen that. Anybody else? How did you know there were 2? Lacey, you just counted 1, 2 pretty quickly. Great. Let's do another one. Oh, this one's more exciting, right? So, how many dots do you see? And how do you see them? What did you do, Redden? Oh, Redden said he knew this was a group of 5. How did you know that, Redden? You've just seen that group before? You've seen it on a dice? Yeah. And then you added on these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you saw 9 dots. Did anybody see another number besides 9? Josiah, you saw 9, but you saw them in a different way. How did you see them? Oh, you saw the 4 dots first, and then the 5 dots, and you added them. 4 and 5 more make 9. True. Ready for another one? Let's try this one. How many dots do you see? And how do you see them? Donna, what did you do? Donna said she counted by 2s. Show us, Donna. So you said 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You saw 10 dots, and she said she saw them in groups of 2. Did anybody else see the dots in a different way? Okay. Shane said he saw 4 and 4 more, and that made 8, and then 2 more. Yeah, I see what you were talking about there, Redden. Thank you for sharing that with us. Let's try another one. How many dots do you see, and how do you see them? I'm going to give you a minute. Yes, this one is similar, Laura. But why did you say that? Oh, you think you can count by twos as well. So let's try that together. Are you ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many dots did we see? You said we saw 10 dots. Did anyone see them in a different way? Ren. Okay, Ren, you said you saw this group of 6. How did you know it was a group of 6, Ren? Because we saw the picture earlier. Okay. What's another clue? You saw 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom, and that made 6. And then you added 2 more at the top, which made, yes, 8. And 2 more at the bottom, which made 10. Yes, 10 dots in all. Did anybody see these in a different way? Oh, Lacey, I didn't think about that. Lacey said that she saw 5 at the top, and that made her think about a 10 frame. 5 at the top, even though there was a gap there. Interesting. She saw 5 at the top and 5 at the bottom, and she said 5 and 5 more make 10. Any other ways that you saw this group of dots? Okay, let's try another. Let's go. How many dots do you see? And how do you see them? This game's getting fun, isn't it? Can you count by twos? Yeah, you can, DJ. Let's see. Jody, how many dots did you see? 9. 9 dots. What about you, Danny? How many dots did you see? You saw 9 dots as well? Danny, how did you see your dots? Okay, Danny said he saw this group of 3 because it looked like a triangle. And then he saw this group of 6. Oh, you saw a group of 3 and then a group of 3 to make 6. Great. Danny, how did you count them? Where did you start? Oh, you started with the group of 6 and you said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Counted by threes? Amazing. That's a great way to count these dots. You can definitely do that. Did anybody see these dots in another way? Oh, okay, Jody. You said you counted by twos. Let's do that together. 2, 4, 6. So we have 6 here. Now, how are we going to count by twos here? Okay, Jody, we can count these two. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1 more make 10. Yeah, good thinking. I like talking about numbers. Let's try some more. These are interesting. Yes, Ren, I know you have seen these before. What's the first thing that you see when you see these dots? What are you thinking about? They look like they come in groups of 2. I see that. Yeah, Josiah, I see that. These groups of 2. Are they easier to count than the one we just saw? A little easier? What makes them easier? Yes, Lacey, there are fewer dots. Revan, yes, they look like they come in pairs. They're matching up together. They do. Donna, you know how to count by twos, and counting by twos is just easy for you. True. Well, let's try it together. 2, 4, 6. How many dots do we see? Yes, we saw 6 dots in all. How did you see them? Well, some of you said you saw groups of 2, but I heard Shane say he saw a group of 4, and then he counted on 2 more. Let's practice that. 4, 5, 6. We can do that. We can count on to add our dots. Let's try that with the next one. Ready? Does these look familiar? Yes, they are, Laura. They're in groups of 2. Laura, I think you like to count by 2s. Yes, Redden. I too can see a group of 6. Now, how did you know that, Redden? Because you can count them quickly. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Absolutely. Ren, what did you see? Oh, I like what Ren's saying too. She saw a tall group of 3 and another tall group of 3, a tall group of 3 and another tall group of 3. You can count by 3s when you're looking at how many dots do we see from this image. Let's see if we can use our counting on strategy. So let's count this first group and see if we can add on. Let's count by 2s. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. How many dots did we see in all? 12. Yes, there are 12 dots on this page. Now let's think about how you saw them again. We saw them in groups of 2, and some of our friends saw them in tall groups of 3. That's right. And then some of you said you just knew 6 and 6 more was 12. There's lots of ways to think about math. That's what makes it fun. Let's try another. Oh, I heard immediately a lot of you say 10. Why did you guys say 10? Redden, you said you know this is a group of 5 and this is a group of 5. How did you know that? Yes, Redden, because when there's that dot in the center, you know it changes that group of 4 to a group of 5. And so how did you count? You counted by 5s. 5, 10. Absolutely, we could do that. We could say 5 and 5 more make 10. Let's use our counting on strategy and count together. Let's start with this one, and we're going to say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 and 5 more make 10. Great job. I think you're ready to do one that's even a little more difficult. Are you ready? I knew you would be. Let's try this next one. I know. Lots more dots, right? So let's think about our question. How many dots do you see, and how do you see them? I'm going to give you just a minute. Oh, Rachel, you counted by 2s. You counted this big group by 2s. Why did you start with the biggest group, Rachel? Oh, because it seemed to be in pairs, in groups of 2. That makes it easy. What did you do, Josiah? Josiah saw this group that looked like a triangle and said he knew that was a group of 3. What about you, Ren? Ren started with the tall group, and she counted by 2s. And, oh, did you hear Ren say that? Yes, Ren. She started with the tall group, counted by 2s, and then counted on to the smaller group. Let's see if we can do that together. Ready? Let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So how many dots did Ren see in all? She saw 11 dots. And how did Ren count her dots? She started by counting by 2s with the larger group of dots, and then she counted on with the smaller group of dots. Let's do it one more time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 dots in all. Counting dots has been fun with you guys today. I look forward to working with you and talking about math with you more every day. Have fun, and remember, math's all around us. See you later.
I'm so excited that we're going to be working with and practicing with numbers today. We're going to start our time together reading a book. Today we're going to read 10 Little Rubber Ducks. It's one of my favorite books. It's going to focus on the numbers 1 through 10, so be listening as we count the ducks within the book so that you can hear all of those numbers. All right, here we go. 10 Little Rubber Ducks. Chuckity, chuckity, chuck goes the rubber duck machine. Out pop little yellow rubber ducks, one after the other, one after the other. The little rubber ducks are painted bills red and eyes blue. They are packed 10 to a box, and off they go to be loaded onto a cargo ship. Hello, calls the captain. The captain and his cargo ship are taking the little rubber ducks across the wide sea to faraway countries. Suddenly a storm churns the water into big waves. A strong wind whistles across the sea. A big wave lifts up one of the boxes and throws it into the water. The box opens and 10 little rubber ducks fall out. 10 rubber ducks overboard, shouts the captain. 10 rubber ducks overboard. After some time, the storm calms down. The 10 little yellow rubber ducks bob in the big wide sea. As far as one can see, only water and sky. The 10 little rubber ducks begin to drift apart. The first little rubber duck drifts west. A dolphin jumps over it. The second little rubber duck drifts east. A seal barks at it. The third little rubber duck drifts north. A polar bear growls at it. The fourth little rubber duck drifts south. A flamingo stares at it. The fifth little rubber duck drifts to the left. A silly pelican chatters at it. The sixth little rubber duck drifts to the right. A turtle glides past it. The seventh little rubber duck drifts up. An octopus blinks at it. The eighth little rubber duck drifts down. A seagull screeches at it. The ninth little rubber duck drifts this way. A whale sings to it. The 10th little rubber duck drifts that way, bobbing and floating on the big wide sea. The sun is setting. It is getting dark. As far as one can see, only water and sky. The next morning, the 10th little rubber duck meets a mother duck and her duckling. Quack, says the mother duck. Quack, 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 say the ducklings. At the end of the day, the sun sets again. It is getting dark. The mother duck and her ducklings swim towards their nest. The little rubber duck floats along with them. Good night, says the moon. Quack, says the mother duck. Quack, 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 say the ducklings. Squeak, says the little rubber duck. I hope you enjoyed our book today. We're going to be practicing today with numbers. We're going to do a lot of practice with the numbers 1 through 10. But before we do that, we're going to warm our brains up and we're going to practice counting. Today, we're going to count 1 to 30. So the way that we're going to do that is I'm going to say a number and then I want you to say it back too. So I'm going to do an I do, you do. So it'll go like this. I say 1, then you'll say That's right, 1. All right, are we ready? We're going to go all the way to 30. Can we do it? I think we can. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Awesome! Give yourselves a big hand. That was fantastic. You did a super job counting with me for 1 through 30. And now our brains are all warmed up and ready to talk about math. All right, let's look at another slide. What do I have on my slide? Kitty cats. That's right. How many kitty cats? 4? That's right. There's 4. It says seeing spots, but we're not really going to see spots today. What we're going to do is we're going to count dots. So this is what's going to happen. A picture is going to pop up, and it's going to have some dots on it. And you're going to look at it, decide how many dots you see, and hold that tight in your brain. The picture is going to go away, and then I'm going to ask you to shout out how many dots, and you're going to shout it out real loud how many dots you saw. And then the picture is going to come back, and we're going to talk about how you saw the number of dots on the page. All right, so it would look like this. I would show you a picture. It's going to go away, and you're going to keep in your brain how many dots that was until I say, how many dots did you see? And you're going to say, I saw 3 dots. And you're going to answer me back, and then we'll put it up, and we'll check our work. And, yep, you did see 3 dots. And we'll talk about the different ways you could see those 3 dots on the page. Got it? Are we ready? All right, here's our first one. Here it comes. Keep it in your brain, keep it in your brain. Okay, how many did you see? 1 dot? All right, let's check. That's right. There's 1 dot on the page. And you probably just either knew it was 1 or you really quickly counted 1, and that's 1 dot. Fabulous work. Okay, are you ready? I think our brains are good and warmed up. Remember, hold it in your head until I ask you to say how many. All right, here comes the next one. Hold it in your brain. All right, keep it in there, keep it in there. All right, tell me how many? 2? You saw 2 dots? All right, let's check. That's right, it's 2 dots. Let's talk about the different ways you may have seen those 2 dots. All right, so I drew them on my dry erase board. You might have said 1, 2, and just counted those 2 dots. And counted them really super quick and gone 1, 2. And if you did that, that's fine. You might also have said, oh, there was 1 dot last time, so I start with 1, and I know that if there's 1 more, the next number is 2. So 1, 2. That might be another way you saw the 2 dots on the page. Fantastic. You guys are really good at this. All right, let's keep playing. Let's do another one. Here we go. Hold it in your brain. Hold it in there tight. Hold it in tight, 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 tight. Okay, how many did you see? 3? Let's check it. That's right, 3. Okay, so let me put them on my screen, or on my board. And let's talk about the different ways you might have seen those 3 dots. All right, here's my picture. So you might have counted them and counted 1, 2, 3 dots. And if you did that, super great. You might have just looked at it and said, that's that's 3. I know what 3 looks like. Any other ways? That's some good thinking. You might have seen the 2 dots. And doesn't that look like what we just did on the last one? And you may have said, well, that was 2. And I know I can count 2, 3. And that would mean I have 3 dots on the page. Super thinking. All right, are we ready? All right, let's do another one. Let's put that one away. Let's do another one. All right, here we go. Hold it in your brain. Hold it in tight. Hold it, hold it, hold it. How many? Again? 3 again? All right, let's see. So here's the picture of what they looked like. And how did we know that was 3? That's right. You could have just said, I know that's 3. I know what 3 looks like. And if you did that, super great thinking. What's another way? That's right. You could have counted 1, 2, 3 dots. Fantastic. What else could you? Really? Okay, that's right. So we could have seen the 2 dots and then said I started with 2 and I knew 2, 3. That's a really good way. That's right. That's super creative. Isn't this the picture? Get it over here that we just had a minute ago? Oh, I didn't put them back up on the screen for you. Probably should have done that. What happens if we take this and spin it? It's the new picture. So if it was 3 this way, it's still 3 that way.